Check it out, everyone, and welcome back to Brookhaven. And as you can see, I'm driving one of the new vehicles, possibly, in Brookhaven, and we're going to be talking about more of the update. Yes, I did make another video about this, but I'm going to make another one. But before starting, make sure leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and definitely subscribe because we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. And at 1,000, I'm doing a face reveal, so please subscribe so you don't miss it. But anyways, we'll get started. So first off, I did show pretty much the entire update in my last video. You can check it out if you want to, but I'm actually going to be talking about some secrets now, which we'll be showing. Which first secret that you probably didn't know is if you actually click this, you can actually change it. Yes, you can change it to have an umbrella. You can change it to have, I guess, a farm with plants on it. You can change it into a coffee maker, and you can change it into a newspaper as well. You can also change it back to this too, which is also pretty cool. I know, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And, well, you might not have known this, because I just figured this out, you can actually sit on these. Yeah, see, look at, I'm just swinging around with it. Let's actually make it go faster. Which, yeah, you can actually make it go faster. Okay, I can't do it. Hey, come on, make it go faster. There we go. There we go. So now we are cruising around, which actually I think it slows down when you're on it. So let me jump off. No, I guess it just fully slows down, which is kind of cool. But some of you probably didn't know, yes, you can also turn these on and off too, which is pretty cool. And let's actually grab the pogo stick, because we can do something here. Let's just bounce. And then let's go up. Well, actually, you can't go up there. I just figured that out. But if you come here, you can actually spawn a train. Now, I did show this in my last video, but I didn't actually I didn't really show the interior. I showed the train, but I didn't really showcase the inside. So we're actually inside the train now, which you can actually sit on these seats here, and they actually do work. And then coming over here, we have like a staircase with more seats that you can sit on. And then we have like the entire gear front of the train where they have like everything that, like the motor is what I'm saying, which is pretty cool. And then going here, we have like a stairwell, which I don't know where to go to because it's not there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the main feature which you can do is, of course, drive the train. Yes, you can just drive the train just by sitting on top here. And yes, it does work. You can actually drive a literal train around Brookhaven, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And it also, like, you can also I don't think it's gonna be a permanent feature because there's no real place for a train. We have the subway, but we don't have like the actual train for it. This girl's trying to hop on. I see her. Well, guess what? I'm jumping off. But yeah, where's that polo stick again? So let's actually jump up a little further. I'm just a very bouncy person. Yes, very bouncy. So let's actually bounce over here, and we got like a whole Emerald City. And coming over here, you might not know this, but we also have like a giant tunnel. Currently in this day and age, there's literally nothing through here. It's just a tunnel you can walk through here, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. That is pretty cool, and you can just hop right here, and there's nothing on the other side either. But they did also change this bridge, too, like the whole bridge was changed. And now we have, like, this whole thing over here, which I'm actually gonna hop over here, because we got other stuff to check out, and then I can go in here. And then, where is it? I'm trying to look for the... No, get up there. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if I can't really find it, but oh, it's on the top. Yeah, it's on the top. So we have to actually go through here, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if you can like interact with this dude. I don't know if you can like go inside the head or something. I'm not too sure about that. But let's actually go to the top now. so we can actually check something out, and that is a long stairwell. I'm not gonna lie. And then we go up even further to an elevator here, which is pretty cool. So they even have an actual elevator here, which takes you to the top, just takes you to a second floor. And now we have this whole thing here too. Come on, where's the thing? Which this is in the Wizard of Oz too. This is the Oz. And then there's more lights up here, which you can turn on and off, which is also pretty cool. But here is my ride. It took me so far. But you can also take the stairwell too, but hot air balloon is more fun. So, come on. Take me away. Hello? You gonna do something? Oh, there it goes. There we go. We're flying up to the top. There we go. So now we are completely up at the top where we can access the broom. But, before I access the broom, I'm actually trying to look for something else. Glinda's bubble, I'm pretty sure is what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. So yeah, we actually have access to Glinda's bubble, which is down here. So the bubble, it's like right through these doors here, which, yeah, I could just walk through there. Why didn't I do that? So we actually have access to Glinda's bubble, which you can actually fly in. Look, I'm flying in a bubble, chat, which is pretty cool. And there's the train down there. So yeah, this is pretty cool. You can get Glinda's bubble and just fly around. I'm doing somersaults, and it kind of puts you in like shift lock when you fly. So, but let's fly to the top, which the bubble can drift at some points too. That's pretty cool. So let's actually take Glinda's bubble and up to the top, which this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And just to get out, you just jump. Oh my gosh, I'm almost falling off. And over here we have like the broom. But before we check out the broom, I actually kind of want to, like, check out, what is this? But I think we have stuff like this in the Wizard of Oz, and you even have the scroll thing, or the map of, I think, some sort. Then over here you have the massive stairwell, which, yeah, is in the Wizard of Oz. But now we can check out the broom. And now we are on the Wicked Witch's broom, which is insane. So this is the Wicked Witch's broom right at the very top where you can access. And yeah, to get the Wicked Witch's broom, it's going to be at the very top of the Emerald City. And I'm actually going to go over now so we can actually check out the house. Her house, I'm thinking. Glinda's house is what we're gonna check out, which is with the Wicked Witch. I'm assuming this house is for a limited time, but I'm gonna show you where the safe is at. So if you come up here and just kind of like go to this bookshelf here, you'll actually see a little light. So yeah, it's gonna be right there, and it will open up this bookshelf. See, I just click that switch there, and here is the safe, all in its glory. And you can basically rob it, but I'm not robbing it today. I'm just taking out money from the register. And then to get out, just simply click that button, and there. So yeah, there's actually a safe in this house, which is quite cool, let me check out a little more of this house, because I don't think I really checked out much of this house per se. We did get the wand, so here's the wand, which does have cool, unique animations, which does that too, which is quite cool. And then you get to wave it around, kind of stuff like this. That's pretty cool too. And then over here we got the dresses. And then over here we got the Wicked Witch's broom, which this one you can't fly with. This one is just an item, but I did show it in the last video where you can fly with the Wicked Witch's broom. Again, you can check out that video too, but this over here is actually a swing, if you missed. Yes, there's actually a swing over here, which you can actually swing on. Which that in itself is cool too. Is this a button? Whoa, get me off that. Is this... No, that's... Wait, really? No, that's just the tree thing. Anything behind the house, though. You got all these plants, but is there, like, anything out of sort that we could get? There's the kitchen or dining room. Doesn't look like it. It looks like just the exterior is clear. Oh, there's this little dip here. Yeah, that's pretty much it with the Glinda's house, per se. And what's also cool, it has the Wicked for Good logo on the door, which is also quite cool. But yeah, I think that's all there is. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy, make sure leaving a like, subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. By the way, check out my other video too if you want to know more. But anyways, peace.
I